Did you know that 50% of employees leave their jobs because of poor leadership? Or that companies with strong leaders see 21% higher profitability? Shocking, right? Leadership is the key to building successful teams, and yet, many leaders still struggle to create the right environment for growth. If you want to build a team that thrives, it's not just about giving orders, it's about inspiring, influencing, and leading by example. In this video, we'll show you how to tap into your inner leader and build a high-performance team that actually works together. You'll learn strategies that go beyond the basics: how to influence without authority, how to turn diverse talents into a powerhouse, and how to create a supportive culture where everyone thrives. It's time to stop managing and start leading. Ready to become the leader your team needs? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Alpha Mindset. Unlocking your inner leader. Great leaders don't just happen, they're built. The foundation of effective leadership begins with adopting the right mindset. Think of leadership like a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it gets. The Alpha Mindset is all about stepping into your power and owning your role. It's about confidence, not arrogance. A study by Gallup found that 50% of employees leave jobs because of poor management. But leaders with a strong mindset can significantly reduce turnover. Cultivating self-awareness is crucial. When you understand yourself, your strengths, and your weaknesses, you can lead others with clarity. Start by embracing the discomfort of leadership. As leadership expert Simon Sinek says, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. That means embracing responsibility. Research shows that leaders who take ownership of their decisions create a more loyal, productive team. A leader's mindset impacts the entire team, even the energy they bring to meetings. If you show up confident and focused, your team will mirror that attitude. But how do you develop this mindset? First, set a clear purpose. A study from Harvard Business Review highlights that leaders with a sense of purpose are 30% more likely to motivate their teams effectively. Next, build resilience. When faced with setbacks, great leaders stay calm. They see challenges as learning opportunities, not roadblocks. To truly lead, you must be adaptable. Research from McKinsey & Company found that organizations with agile leaders are 70% more likely to thrive in changing environments. Lastly, commit to continuous growth. Leadership isn't a one-time achievement, it's a lifelong journey. Chapter 2. Herding the herd. Turning diverse talents into cohesion. One of the most important skills a leader can have is the ability to unify a team. With so many different personalities and skill sets, creating harmony can seem challenging. But effective leaders know how to turn a group of individuals into a cohesive team. Successful teams don't have to think alike, they just need to work together. Diversity is a strength. A report from McKinsey & Company shows that companies with diverse teams are 35% more likely to outperform their competitors. The first step to creating cohesion is to understand your team's unique strengths. When you know what each member brings to the table, you can assign roles that play to their abilities. This ensures the team's efforts are aligned. Next, foster open communication. A study from Salesforce found that 86% of employees and executives cite lack of collaboration as the top reason for workplace failures. Encourage your team to share ideas and feedback freely. This builds trust and transparency. But how do you manage different personalities? The key is respect. Recognize that everyone has their own way of approaching tasks. Some people may be more detail-oriented, while others focus on the big picture. This diversity in thought leads to better decision-making. As the famous leadership expert John C. Maxwell once said, "Teamwork makes the dream work." Leaders who promote collaboration create a culture where individuals contribute to the greater good. Another critical aspect of team cohesion is motivation. Studies show that teams who feel valued are more engaged. Gallup's State of the American Workplace report found that employees who feel their work is valued are 4.6 times more likely to do their best work. As a leader, show appreciation regularly, whether through public recognition or simple acts of kindness. This strengthens relationships and increases productivity. If you're finding this content helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss the next chapters of leadership wisdom. Chapter 3. Lead by example. Walking the walk, not just talking the talk. When it comes to leadership, actions always speak louder than words. Leaders must set the tone for the team by modeling the behavior they expect. The key is consistency. Leaders who talk about integrity but act dishonestly will quickly lose credibility. In fact, research from the Center for Creative Leadership found that leaders who display integrity see a 70% increase in employee trust. Trust is the bedrock of any successful team. Leading by example means doing the hard work. If you expect your team to be punctual, show up early. If you want them to be accountable, take responsibility for your own actions. In the words of leadership guru Jim Collins, great vision without great people is irrelevant. By demonstrating the behaviors you value, you make it clear what is expected and create a culture of excellence. Another powerful aspect of leading by example is emotional intelligence. A study from TalentSmart revealed that 90% of top performers have high emotional intelligence. When you manage your emotions and respond thoughtfully, you create a calm, focused environment for your team. This also means staying humble. No matter how much you achieve, stay grounded and willing to learn from others. Leaders who demonstrate humility inspire loyalty and trust. Don't forget the power of recognition. When you give credit where it's due, you're reinforcing the behaviors you want to see. A Harvard Business Review article highlights that leaders who show appreciation for their team's efforts have employees who are 31% more likely to remain in their roles long term. Lead by example, and your team will follow suit. When you show respect, commitment, and accountability, your team will mirror those qualities and rise to new heights. If you're enjoying this series so far, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the final chapters, where we'll dive into influence, culture building, and visionary leadership. Chapter 4. The Power of Influence. Inspiring loyalty without authority. Leadership is not about having the power to boss people around. It's about inspiring others to follow willingly. True leaders influence others through trust, respect, and a shared vision, not by exercising authority. Research shows that 65% of employees would work harder if they were better appreciated. Leaders who focus on inspiring loyalty create stronger, more committed teams. As leadership expert John C. Maxwell says, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. So how do you build influence? The first step is to create a vision that others can get behind. People follow leaders who have a clear and compelling goal. When you share a vision with your team, it creates a sense of purpose. Studies show that employees who see the bigger picture are 75% more likely to feel motivated. Don't just tell them what to do, show them why it matters. When your team understands the purpose behind the work, they feel more connected to it. Next, listen actively. Leaders who listen are more likely to earn their team's trust. A study from the Center for Creative Leadership found that listening is one of the top skills associated with effective leadership. It shows your team that you value their input and are open to new ideas. When people feel heard, they're more willing to follow you. Another crucial strategy is demonstrating competence. Leaders who are skilled and knowledgeable earn respect naturally. A survey from Zenger, Folkman found that competence is one of the top qualities employees look for in a leader. However, competence alone isn't enough. You also need to be emotionally intelligent. Leaders who understand and manage their emotions are better able to influence others positively. Emotional intelligence can increase leadership effectiveness by up to 80%. The final aspect of influence is integrity. When you act with honesty and fairness, you build trust, an essential ingredient for loyalty. A study from Edelman found that 81% of people say trust in leadership is critical to team success. When you prioritize integrity, your influence grows, and your team will follow you without question. Chapter 5. Pack mentality. Building a supportive, high-performance culture. To create a high-performing team, leaders must build a culture of support and accountability. The term, pack mentality, refers to the idea that a team works best when each individual looks out for one another. Successful teams are built on collaboration, mutual respect, and shared goals. Gallup research shows that teams with a strong culture of collaboration are 17% more productive than those without. Building a supportive culture starts with trust. When your team knows they can rely on each other, they perform better. Research from the Harvard Business Review shows that high-trust teams outperform low-trust teams by 20% or more. Encourage an environment where teammates share knowledge and help each other grow. As Patrick Lencioni, author of The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, writes, trust is the foundation of real teamwork. In addition to trust, a high-performance culture thrives on clear expectations. Your team needs to understand what is expected of them and how their work aligns with the overall vision. Set clear goals and be transparent about your expectations. According to a study by the National Center for Biotechnology Information, teams with clear roles and responsibilities are 30% more likely to achieve their goals. Another important aspect of a supportive culture is continuous feedback. High-performance teams thrive on feedback, both positive and constructive. A Gallup survey found that teams who receive regular feedback are 3.6 times more likely to be engaged at work. Feedback helps individuals grow, correct mistakes, and improve. As a leader, make feedback a regular part of your team's culture. Finally, create a sense of belonging. Leaders who foster an inclusive culture make everyone feel like part of the team. According to Deloitte, 83% of millennials say they are more engaged when their workplace is inclusive. When your team feels supported and valued, they work harder and stay motivated to achieve the team's goals. Chapter 6. The Visionary Leader. Charting the course for team success. Great leaders are not just problem solvers, they are visionaries. A visionary leader sees beyond the day-to-day operations and focuses on long-term goals. Visionary leaders create a roadmap that guides their team toward success, no matter what challenges may arise. A study from the University of Michigan found that visionary leadership significantly enhances employee motivation and productivity. The first step in becoming a visionary leader is to create a clear and compelling vision. Your vision should be bold, inspiring, and achievable. A study by Gallup found that employees who understand their company's vision are 10 times more likely to be engaged at work. The more your team believes in the vision, the harder they will work to make it a reality. Next, communicate that vision constantly. It's not enough to set the vision once and forget about it. Leaders who repeat the vision regularly help their team stay focused and motivated. According to the Journal of Applied Psychology, leaders who communicate frequently with their team are 70% more likely to achieve their objectives. Use every opportunity to reinforce the vision in meetings, emails, and one-on-one conversations. A key component of visionary leadership is inspiring others to take ownership. When you empower your team members to take responsibility for parts of the vision, they become invested in its success. Research from the University of California, Berkeley shows that teams with empowered leaders are 25% more likely to exceed performance expectations. Another critical aspect of visionary leadership is resilience. The path to success is rarely a straight line. As a visionary leader, you need to be able to adjust your course when obstacles arise. A study by the Harvard Business Review found that leaders who demonstrate resilience in the face of challenges are more likely to lead successful teams. Resilient leaders inspire their teams to persevere, even when things get tough. Finally, don't forget to celebrate milestones along the way. Recognizing progress keeps the team motivated and focused on the end goal. A study from Gallup shows that employees who are recognized for their achievements are 14% more productive. As a visionary leader, you inspire your team by showing them how far they've come and reminding them of the bigger picture. These chapters are packed with strategies for building strong leadership, creating cohesion, and empowering your team to perform at its best. By applying the concepts of influence, support, and visionary guidance, you'll be able to lead with confidence and inspire your team to achieve amazing results. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on more leadership insights.